Hey everybody, welcome to the Bet Win Repeat show on a Tuesday, June 13th, right? June 13th. Today is Tuesday. Today we're going to have Ross Benjamin on the show. We're also going to have Nick Parsons on the show from the Insiders Room. Bear with me here. I'm a little under the weather kind of thing, and it's not even because I'm hungover, so I'm a little bummed out about that. So there's that. So it is what it is. I feel like I'm like hungover from NyQuil. Does that make sense? I don't know. But let's give a quick contest update. Don't forget. Let's go through let's pay some bills. I'm Detroit Lenny with Picks and Parlays. Bet Win Repeat show Tuesday, June 13th. Don't forget to check out the new Picks and Parlays app. That's available on all the platforms. You can download that. It's free. Google, Android, Apple, whatever you got, download the app. It's free. There's some good information on there. So download the app. All you got to do is create a username and you're good to go. Also, don't forget to check out, if you're in the contest, we have a weekly contest that starts every week on the Monday for $100. And we have a monthly contest that starts every month on the first of the month for $250 for first, $100 for second, and $50 for third. So there's that. If you're looking for premium plays, use the promo code MLB at picksandparlays.net. That'll save you 20% off the entire site. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Share me out. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell somebody. Everybody wants to talk sports with Lenny. Let's give a contest update real quick. Let me pull my screen up. Right here. Here's your weekly contest. These people entered contest yesterday, and yesterday was a bad day. About half of y'all got chopped, to be honest with you. A little over half didn't make it past day one. So I was included. Thank you, Texas Rangers. I appreciate you. You're still on the Christmas card list, but barely. These 21 people. I think there's 11 in here. Tate's still in it. Dave Tokarski, Sean Austin, Paula Thatcher, Lance Adams, David Allen, Chris Scott, Velko, Marie Lance, Greg Jones, Troy Akers, Alan Miles Jr., BJ, Rodney Molina, Julie Carley, Jason Fellers, Thomas Savato, Anthony Savato, the whole Savato household, Juan Miguel, Robert Franklin, and Brandon Morris. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. So those people are competing for $100. First day, first one out. The captain, Brian Gillihan. Won 3 weeks in a row, and he's out day one on the fourth week. We're going to rename the contest the captain. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to do something with it, though. But, yeah, so that's your contest update. The monthly update, I posted standings in there. I can pull that up for you real quick as well. I'm really trying not to spill Powerade. If you go here, Facebook page, monthly contest. Let's look and see who is that. This is what I'm on. This is a parlay that I'm really, really into. Do with it as you will. Dodgers don't bat in the ninth. And VGK in 60 minutes. I also am pretty heavy on the puck line on VGK. I think that ends tonight. But here's your standings. Here's first place. People in the green, they are in the money. First, second, or third, some way, split, shape, or form. Troy Cabral, I don't know how to say his last name. Troy's crushing this shit. 17-7. A couple people obviously at 16-8. Those people, myself, Raymond, BJ, and Sean were holding strong. If you are on this list, you're in good shape not to get cut. If you're on this page, people in the white still have a shot. You got a shot. You can't get 16 losses. 16 losses is bad. that means you get cut. Can't get cut. Rickett says, "What up, Lenny? What up, Rickett?" Davis dropping bombs. Washington -5. Davis, how'd that Braves -2 pick work out for you yesterday against the Tigers? I'm just checking in on friends. Julie Carly, you're not out of this at 12. You just need to run. You need 4 wins here. Eddie Lance, Marie Lance, they're all right there. 11 and 13. Can't get 16, you're out. 15 and 15 moves you through. 16 losses, you cut. So there's your update as far as that goes. Don't get left in the wayside, folks. Red is bad, green is good. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying right now, there's no point in competing for first place because I'm winning it. So everybody else is available for second place, but that's all you get. You get second place and you move on. So let's get this party started, shall we? Our first guest is on, and he is ready to roll. Mr. Ross Benjamin, the man, the myth, the legend himself. How's it going, Mr. Ross?
Hey, good, Lenny. Let me get rid of this background for you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't get rid of mine. My wife will let me change stuff. So,
excuse me.
No, you're fine.
Well, you're going to have to put up with it for now.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's an old Yankees versus Rays background. I apologize for that, buddy.
It looks good.
Yeah.
So
do you, my man. Handsome as always, the big guy.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to stay. I'm 9 days away from being 50 years old now, so I'm right at the mountaintop, man. I'm trying to.
It's a golden age, buddy. It's a golden age. Let me tell you, I wish I can go backwards and join you, but I feel pretty damn good for 65, Lenny.
I'll tell you what, you look pretty damn good for 65.
Thank you, my man.
I
can't fight the way I used to, But
no, I got one good night in me. Yeah, I got one fight in me, but I don't have a long one in me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good for one time, not a long time.
I have to revert to the kick to the groin, and then hope the guy goes down. Anyway, right. I have no desire to fight anymore. I don't know how we got on that topic.
I don't know. Thanks, bunch of old timers like us, I guess.
Yeah,
we just go down the rabbit hole.
Exactly.
Denver Nuggets, NBA champions. Let's just start with that.
Yep.
Congratulations. They played a hell of a series. They played a hell of a playoff run. They never looked in trouble.
No.
In any playoff game, to be honest with you, even the games they lost, they didn't look like they were really out of it. You know what I mean? So
it just seems like they weren't challenged throughout,
Right, exactly. I feel like they were playing at their pace. They had just had so much control.
Yeah.
Over every game. I don't think anybody really challenge is a great word. I don't think anybody challenged them this year.
Yeah, I mean the Lakers, you can make a small case for that, but
right.
But yeah, I mean that's really trying to sugarcoat things. So
yeah,
you're asking. They were well deserving. Jokic right now, you'd be hard pressed to call him the best player in the world right now. I mean, and look, there's guys with, and I'm sure you'll agree, Lenny. There's a hell of a lot more guys with more athletic talent than he is, a lot more flashier. But in terms of a complete basketball player, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody who has an all around game as good as his.
And it's not just physical; it's mental. His basketball IQ. Excuse me, his basketball IQ is through the roof.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. He sees the floor. Yeah.
He's the general on that floor, and he's running everything. And I'm trying to find. I don't want to be that guy that looks ahead, but I'll play devil's advocate. I don't see anybody beating him next year either. I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of what ifs. Don't get me wrong, and off-season moves, and we don't even know if LeBron's going to play next year. All that stuff. The Lakers could be completely different, but I don't really see anybody really challenging them.
Yeah, especially in the West, maybe. The only thing is I like to see what happens in the draft and free agency.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, as it stands, Lenny, I agree with you 110%. So
That's fair. What do you think about tonight's hockey game? We could end NBA last night, NHL
yeah,
tonight. Big
even
time.
the game that Vegas lost, it was quite apparent to me they still were the better, in my opinion, were the better team that night. Florida scores a late goal and then wins it in overtime, but Vegas seemed to have the territorial advantage throughout. I just think they're playing very good hockey at the right time. In Florida, nice story, number 8 seed, got to the Stanley Cup Finals. But right now, the combination of they're getting scoring throughout their 4 lines. Nobody's on witness protection in their lineup like a couple
Right.
guys in Florida are, like
Right.
Sam Reinhart. And I love, Aiden Hill. What can you say? The kid has just been outstanding throughout. Everybody waiting for him to fall on his face, and that hasn't occurred. You're looking at a guy with over a 930 save percentage throughout the Stanley Cup Finals. He's proven himself, Lenny.
He is playing lights out.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that's not even giving him his credit, I don't think. I mean, the kid, first of all, nobody wanted him. San Jose gave him away. Vegas picks him up, and Vegas is all of a sudden now he wasn't even their star. They
No.
picked him up to be the backup of the
Right.
backup. And
I mean, if Robin Leonard doesn't get hurt before the season starts, we might be talking about him right now instead of Aiden Hill. But
absolutely.
I'm not so sure with Robin Leonard they get this far. Who knows? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the kid is, I guess you could say, overachieved, but that sounds a little bit disrespectful.
I feel it's not an inaccurate statement, but it's not meant to be disrespectful.
Right, exactly.
It's he has overachieved. I heard some people talking, and I read an article. It was like a thing on Twitter or whatever. But people were saying Vegas is built to plug and play a goalie. Like, it really doesn't matter what Aiden Hill is doing because Vegas is that dominant. I disagree.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think they get there without him, and I don't think he gets there without them. He's not lights out, but he's not. It's a very team atmosphere there. They got very good defense. They have very good goaltending, very good offense. When the perfect storm happens, I'm on Vegas.
You know what, Lenny? Those people who write that, I don't think they have a lot of experience looking, and I don't mean any disrespect toward anybody else's opinion, but me and you being hockey guys for the majority of our adult life and into childhood, know that teams that make deep runs in the NHL Stanley Cup to the NHL Stanley Cup Finals don't get there without really good goaltending. You look at the Tampa Bay run they had with Vasilevsky. The list goes on and on. So very, very rare that you'll get a team get to this point and be on the cusp of winning the Stanley Cup.
You gotta have a hot
and the goaltender's not part of that main conversation as to why.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I am. It's hard not to be on Vegas, living in Vegas. Everybody out here, you can't go to the grocery store and everybody's talking about Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. I'm wearing my original 6 hat for a reason. For all the original teams here, and my Wings, I'm going out tonight trying to watch this game.
Yep.
And everybody's like, "Hey, you're gonna wear your Red Wings jersey?" And I'm like, "I won't wear my Red Wings jersey because I don't want to be that guy."
You don't want to take the attention away.
I don't want to be that
people
guy
who are enjoying themselves. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then I'm too old. I don't want to hear no shit. Somebody's going to say something. I'm
yeah.
Come back,
Let me put it to you this way, folks. Lenny has 378 penalty minutes when he goes out with his Detroit Red Wings jersey.
Exactly. Like, I lead the league. I lead the league in my friends of penalty minutes. Okay. I don't want no more. I don't want no more. I'm good. So that's the first thing my wife said. If we're going out tonight, you're not wearing a Wings jersey.
Now, if they were playing Detroit, that's a whole different story.
It's a whole different ball game.
Anything like me, you wouldn't go out. You'd be in front of your TV because every little thing that somebody says irritates the living piss out of you, right? So
yeah, I want to be alone in a room with a TV.
Yeah, exactly.
If the Lions make the Super Bowl, everybody talks to me about, what are you going to do if the Lions ever make the Super Bowl? I'm like, I'm going to sit in my room and I'm going to watch the game because nobody watches the game of the Super Bowl. Everybody's at a freaking party and it's loud and everybody just wants to watch commercials. I'm watching the game. Like,
exactly.
I'll rewatch games.
Well, those are, fair weather fans that are just out there for the party and really don't have any rooting interest, and that's okay. There's
And
nothing
that's
wrong with
okay.
that,
More power
but
to you. Yeah, for sure.
exactly. So
Let's talk a little MLB. I know you got an MLB free play for the viewers as
yeah,
well, and I'm trying to pull the damn game up, but I'm on the wrong date.
it's
Today's Tuesday.
Toronto at Baltimore.
Toronto, yeah. Well, when you're yesterday, that was not a thing.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm on the wrong day.
That's okay.
So Chris Bassett on the mound against Dean Kramer. You have a free play in this game. Talk to us about this game. What do you like best about this
Yeah,
game?
I just think that they're begging you to take the Orioles here because you're looking at an Orioles team 20-10 at home, 17 games over 500 on the year, sizable lead over the Blue Jays in the AL standings, although Toronto's more than held their own. And they're they're an underdog at home. Well, I mean, you got to look inside the numbers, folks. It's never that easy. Chris Bassett has been outstanding over his last 7 starts with a 2.02 ERA and an 0.86 WHIP. And Lenny, I love that WHIP statistic.
You do love the whip.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's the most accurate figure on how a pitcher is performing, whether it be in recent starts or long term. And that 0.86 WHIP really comes into play. And then you're looking at he's averaging 7 innings pitched per start over those last 7 starts. So you're talking about a guy that's giving you innings, that reduces the chance of your bullpen blowing a game on you if you have a lead. And if you do get to your bullpen when a guy can go that deep, it's your closer and your setup man, Lenny. So I like that situation. Dean Kramer, since 2022, has pitched well against Toronto. If you look at his 3.00 ERA in 4 starts against the Blue Jays, but the thing that captures my attention again, I'm going to go to the whip with this, Lenny. He's got a 140.
I gotta get a sound bite when you mention the whip.
There you go.
Go ahead,
146 whip in those 4 starts, which to me that shows you the 3.00 ERA is a bit misleading. He's been very fortunate to have an ERA that low in that 4 starts against Toronto, and he's wiggled out of a lot of jams. And then you look at Toronto's won 10 of their last 14. Baltimore, like I mentioned, 20-10 at home, but 5-5 in their last 10 at home. And then Toronto, 4-0 in their last 4 on the road. I'm going to take Toronto here. I'm going to lay the juice here at -125 at Baltimore. I know I'm going to be in the minority with that pick in terms of what people's opinions are, but that's what I'm going to go with here as our free pick for today, Lenny.
I'll tell you what, I don't hate it at all. Baltimore is one of those teams I got to get on the right side. It's a me thing. Like, I feel like I'm on the wrong side of them when I go against them, and I'm on the wrong side of them when I take them with them.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's a me thing.
Well, you know what? No, that's not you, because I have those type of teams too. And when that happens, I steer clear of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll probably get on Baltimore today because you told me to. But I looked at
Toronto,
that game and I went,
yeah.
Freaking Baltimore. Nope. Yeah. But I moved down to the next
I'm taking Toronto I'm taking Toronto.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yep, that's okay.
Yeah. But I mean that game. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And Baltimore, it's like I'll be on Toronto, and then it'll be the wrong, like, I don't know. I'm just on the wrong side when it comes to Baltimore, whether I'm with them or against them.
I'm like that with Houston with their totals, Lenny. It just seems like if I go under, they go crazy offensively and a pitcher doesn't pitch to form. If I go over, the 2 starting pitchers throw a gem at me, So, when you have teams like that, and until you overcome that, at some point you will, but you're more careful when you handicap a team that you, like you call it, been on the wrong side of for a while.
I just have, like, I call it like they're off the Christmas card list.
I hear you.
Like
that's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah, the Christmas card list is very fair weather. It floats. Like, currently, the Texas Rangers are going to get back on the list. They're not
Well, I
on
know
the.
I wasn't on your Christmas list last year. I hope I am.
Oh, you're on it. You're always on. You're permanently marked on me. You're in permanent
man.
marker. There's no,
Yeah.
there's no eraser on your name there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I do not like a lot of I'm a little chalky today in baseball.
Yeah.
Yesterday, a lot of dogs, a couple extra inning games.
What do you think of the Mets and the Yankees today?
That's just one. That's a game I want to watch.
Yeah.
Like I want to be a baseball fan. I don't want to be a baseball handicapper.
Yeah. I mean, the Mets. The Mets are been terrible of late, right? But they're scoring runs.
They got to beat New York here. You paid all this money for Max Scherzer. Paid all this money for Justin Verlander. Those are your two guys. You got to win. Bang bang today and tomorrow.
Think about this. Scherzer in great form at home.
Mm-hmm.
He's been terrific at home, an under 1 ERA at home in 3 starts. You got a pitcher in Severino who's allowed 7 home runs over his last 3 starts. And you have a Mets team, despite the struggles they've gone through, have hit 14 home runs in their last 7 games. So, I might want to start leaning toward the run line here because it's so enticing for so many people out there when they see a Mets team that's like 1-7, 1-8 in their last 9, and they're playing the and I'm a big Yankees fan, but they're playing the Bronx Bombers, and the Bronx Bombers are a sizable underdog in this matchup. I mean, it's so enticing to take the Yankees, and you know me, Lenny, I have that contrarian thought process, especially if I have the data to back it up.
I'll tell you what, I feel like it's priced for me to take the Yankees.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Mets should win. But I'll probably have a half unit on the Yankees today and tomorrow.
All right, well, fair enough. If we agreed all the time, it would be a boring show.
Yeah. Just for price wise.
Yeah, no,
you know what? Yankees win one of those games. You know what I mean? They win today or tomorrow. They win one of them. I don't think either team sweeps, but or anything like that. So you just got to be on the right side at the right time.
I'm not going to lay 160, right?
No.
But if I do anything with this game, I'm going to go to the run line and get plus money on the Mets, with Scherzer. So,
absolutely.
I mean, again, I was interested in hearing your opinion on that.
I want to be on the under. Is what I really want to be on, but I don't like. I don't
trust Severino.
I don't. Yeah, that's it. I don't trust the Yankees to not get hit, and I don't trust them to hit.
No, that's the other thing, the other side of the equation, especially with Judge out of the lineup. Rizzo right now is 0 for his life in one of those slumps, so which is highly unusual for him. So there's a lot of things to consider, but it was worth the topic of conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, my Tigers won a baseball game in the month of June.
Yeah, nice comeback, right?
Appreciate that.
Coming back from 5-1 down, going into the 8th and winning in extra innings against a very good team. So more power to them. Unfortunately, they went in that tailspin,
I'll tell you what, it's been I'll tell you, they had a good May. A very good May. A decent May. And then June, it's just been all down. It's been bad.
Yeah.
It's been bad. I think this
is that AL Central, like the NL Central. It's like, who's going to win those divisions? Again, I told you a couple of weeks ago when we discussed it, I thought, you know what, Lenny, we could see a team out of the AL Central and NL Central that has a losing record that wins a division.
I actually think that's going to happen. I mean, the Twins aren't good. Okay.
No, I mean,
the White Sox are falling apart. The Royals might be worse than the A's.
And the White Sox have played better of late.
Right.
There's the other thing. I don't know if you caught this. This Jordan Lyles on the mound today for Kansas City. The Royals are 0-13 with him on the mound as their starting pitcher this year. And his ERA has a lot to do with that. If you look at it, it's extremely lofty. I don't have the number in front of me.
It's I see it here, 6.8.
Yeah. Okay.
8.4. So he's basically a touchdown ERA.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, That's the thing. That game's a
How
good
was
old-fashioned
Kansas City
fun
open as a minus 135 favorite in this game? Is what I'm going
I
to
know.
ask you.
Yeah, and then Brandon Williamson on the other mound, on the other side for the Reds.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about either. Don't get me wrong.
And
but
the Reds are playing good right now.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Jordan Lyles is that bad. I don't understand how you could ever have a minus tag in front
So
of
what
them.
do you do with games like that? I steer clear. What about yourself? I mean,
I'm on the over. I'm
Yeah.
on the over 10. I think they both beat the hell out of each other. Bad pitching to me, I just take the overs. Even with bad hitting teams, I think Cincinnati could really
go over themselves in this game.
They could really light up Jordan Lyles in the first 5. Probably look at the first 5 over.
Yeah.
But for this particular game, I stayed off.
Yeah.
I don't like either one of them. So I just stayed away. I really like I'm into the Padres under.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I was looking at that just before I went on the air. And I have some notes here if I can share them with you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Joe Musgrove, his last 3, a 104 ERA, 098 whip. Tanner Bibby, 281 ERA and a 1.00 whip on the season. Both bullpens are pitching very well. The Padres 42-21-2 to the under this year. Cleveland 27-13-1 to the under versus right-handed pitching. The Padres 11-3 to the under versus AL teams this year. Cleveland 10-5 to the under versus National League teams. Padres 9-1 under this year versus starting pitcher who allows 0.5 or less home runs per start, which that qualifies with Bibby. So, yeah, I mean, all the data points toward that under, Lenny. I mean, I think you're right on with that.
I like that a lot. Yeah, it says Lyles has been a favorite in his last 3 starts.
It's incredible. How
I don't understand. Right? Yeah. I don't understand.
Are we talking ourselves out of a winner here? I don't know. So.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Ross, tell them what you got going on over at picksandparlays.net before I let you go.
Very fortunate to be part of the picksandparlays.net team. Great handicappers on that site, including myself, folks. Coming off a fabulous NBA postseason, despite the fact that I lost my last 2 in the NBA Finals, still finished 41-24 in the NBA playoffs, 63%. But that's behind us. Now we got to concentrate, in my case, solely on baseball for the next couple months anyway. And 8-4 with my last 12 in Major League Baseball, and also on a 38-26 all sports run, which is good for 59%. So a lot of good stuff, folks. If you're just somebody who likes to dabble in once in a while, check out my daily picks at picksandparlays.net. If you want to invest in a handicapper and say, you know what, I trust this guy over the long term, the subscription plans for me at picksandparlays.net are extremely affordable. Pay a little to make a lot. Picksandparlays.net, Ross Benjamin.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, don't just come by and be that fair weather person that buys a day or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying not to do that.
Yeah.
Buy a 3-day pass, buy a week pass, buy a subscription, buy a month pass. That's where, you got to ride the highs and the lows. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when you're over at picksandparlays.net, you're looking for Ross Benjamin's premium plays, use the promo code MLB. That'll save you 20% off the entire site. Ross, I appreciate you every Tuesday. Always coming on here, dropping knowledge, my friend. I will see you next Tuesday.
Buddy, I appreciate you too, and keep up the great work.
Thanks. I appreciate you, buddy. Take care.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're not done yet. We're going to bring in our guy from the Insider's Room, Mr. Nick Parsons. Nick Parsons is going to switch sides with me so I can Parlay Party is not out now. I hit the wrong button. That's you. You're Nick Parsons. At the Insider's Room. How we doing, Mr. Parsons? How's it going?
Great. Yeah, definitely. Just been mainly focusing on the NHL right now. It's been going so well. So we got possibly a big finale here. I didn't hear Ross's opinion or you guys talking about the NHL. I came in a bit late there and heard a few of his opinions. And I'm going to follow the theme on a free play I'll give you here later on. Same theme that he was sort of having with his there.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you guys think about the NHL, or what do you think?
I'm on Vegas. I've been on Vegas since game 1. I went Vegas game 1, game 2. I went Florida game 3, Went Vegas game 4. I said I'd be on Vegas game 5. I'm on the puck line. So
That's right. I do remember you saying that now. You've been on Vegas the whole time.
So I'm not gonna I don't want to second guess myself. So it's just like I bet Vegas puck line at plus 180 2 days ago after they won game 4. You know what I mean? After that, whatever that was. So I did that then. I just think Vegas is better.
Gonna end it here tonight. And so do I actually.
Yeah.
And so I'm 4-0 my last 4 in the NHL. I've been doing really great over the second half. And so I've also bet on the Knights a lot. And so they've been good on both ends of the ice in this series for sure. But I think most impressively has been on the defensive end. They found a way to really slow down Florida. And so that's been the difference. Right, Cape? How's it going there, buddy? And I think if you could stomach, paying this sort of larger price. I mean, I think this is the final game of the season here, folks.
I do too.
Florida could just be out of gas. And if they go down early, Las Vegas could just, clamp this one down. I think this game ends up
4-2 Vegas. That's where I'm at on it. That's where I'm at. I think Vegas wins the first period. I think they win and they don't turn back. I'm
the
really
cup's in
hard.
the building. The cup is in the building.
Cup's in the building. You can't turn on a TV station out here in Vegas without somebody on the news, a cup sighting.
The guys in the black jackets and the white gloves.
Yeah, they were reporting when he came in the William Reed Airport, or McNamara. It used to be. Now it's Harry Reid Airport now. But when they came in the airport, the case was getting off the plane. They were filming it. So they're big on this. They're really big around town. And I get it. I get the enthusiasm. I see it. Vegas fans, relax. Relax a little. Don't burn
Gary
anything
Bettman's
down.
loving it.
Don't riot. Don't light anything on fire. Run naked down the strip. Get arrested for that. Don't light anything on fire, Vegas fans. You know what I mean? But Rye kind of puts it. Vegas will sit on the lead, let Florida tire out. I agree with that. I think they get up early.
That's sort of how I see it going too.
Absolutely. So, what do we like? First of all, get your thoughts on the Denver Nuggets. Me and Ross talked about that a little bit too. I know this is way too early, and I don't want to be that guy, but I got to ask, who challenges them next year? Because I don't know.
Yeah. Well, in the West, who do we got in the West?
Is wide open.
Phoenix with Kevin Durant, sort of having a full training camp and getting to know them. He was just sort of thrown in at the end. You know what I mean? That could be, and especially if they made a move and got somebody else. I mean, it's all going to depend on this offseason and what happens, etc. And so, we got to wait till then to really see. And of course, it comes down to who can stay healthy and all that. But Denver and what Jokic, the guy's like a rock, and the way that he plays, he just never gets injured. I don't think ever.
Effortless. He looks effortless. He never looks like no emotion, no effort.
Right.
And after, I don't know, I'm sure everybody's seen this. After the game, they interviewed him. He's like, the job is done. It's time to go home. That's all he wants to do.
That's back-to-back profitable NBA seasons for the Insiders Room. So, we had a really great, huge season last year. This season was decent, but anytime you can finish plus money in a sport over the course of the entire season, that's mission accomplished for sure. Yeah. So, we turned the page on that, and we're about to probably turn the page in the NHL here. And so that just means we got baseball and we do have soccer. And so I've been concentrating on soccer as well a bit, but mainly baseball here. And then before you know it, we'll have the football starting again.
CFL just started also. So
that's true. Absolutely. So we got week 2 coming up here, and I haven't even had really a chance to look at the lines and everything. But after having 1 week of results,
Right.
things will start to, open up,
I
and
think
there'll
you get a lot
be
of
some
data then.
opportunities.
Yeah, the more data
Yeah,
you get, the better you're able to make
exactly.
an educated decision. But let's talk a little MLB today. You got a free pick for us right
Sure.
here?
Yeah, well, this is actually for all the people watching. This is a client's play, and so I was picking up what Ross was picking down there, just about what he was saying, that this probably isn't going to be a popular pick with a lot of people, and I know that this one won't be as well. And when I was looking at where the money was at earlier this morning, Lenny, the majority of the money, early money, and a bunch of the guys that I know were on the Pirates and Ortiz, and so I'm going to go the opposite way, and I'm going to ask everyone to hold their nose and hope that Jameson Talon is going to bounce back here. Now I need to throw out some numbers. These guys have been equally as horrible. Louis Ortiz has just been terrible. He's coming off where he gave up 10 hits, a career high 10 hits in his last game, and he's just been worse on the road. I think that if Talon could even, have even a half decent game here, that's going to be more than enough. And when you see like nearly 75% of that money on Pittsburgh here, and Chicago's only a short favorite between the minus 130 and minus 140 range here. So that's what, as Ross was saying, I'm keeping with that theme. And so I'm going with the Cubs here. I think this is a more important game to them, and this is a matchup they can win. And I mean, the pressure's on Talon, obviously, but as I say, these guys are both horrible, but I just still think this one favors Chicago.
I will reluctantly agree with you
Right.
because
Well, we
it's
will
ugly.
see.
It's ugly.
I know. I'm going to have everyone. I mean, everyone's loving Pittsburgh this year, and
Right.
I'm sure a lot of people have made money off them. There's been a lot of value on this and that, but I still
They
think
started out very hot.
Mhm.
I will say this: they started very hot, but they've kind of come back down to earth a little bit. Kind of, if you will. But I do like. I don't like Luis Ortiz that much that I will bet the Cubs and Talon just because I don't like him that much. So
Well, this is my contrarian play. So
my
there you
method
go.
my method might not equate to your method, but we're both madness here. So we're both on the Cubs. What else we got going on in the MLB today? My Tigers.
Well, you guys were talking about the Subway Series.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be interesting, obviously.
We talked a little bit about that with
tomorrow's-
Ross. What's your thoughts on that series? I mean, it's a big series, obviously.
I'm already looking ahead to tomorrow's game. That should be a good one there because it's Garrett Cole going up against Justin Verlander. And so whenever these two teams get together, it's always exciting, the Subway Series, obviously. But when you have two pitchers of this caliber, that even raises it up a notch there. And if you look at the total on that one, Lenny, it's actually at 6.5 right now. And so obviously they're expecting a duel here. And so they do have the lines out already on that one as well. And Verlander, I mean, it's minus 105 for the Yanks and like minus 115 for the Mets. So Verlander has been looking a bit better, but coming off the injury, of course, and everything.
I'll tell you what, I saw that 6.5, and I thought, my first thought was everybody's going to bet the over because they're like, oh, that number's way too low. And I'm like, and I looked at it and I went, okay, 3-2 it is. Under 6.5. I've already bet the under 6.5. So I don't know about most people, but like I'm already handicapping tomorrow's games. I've done with today. Right. Like it is what it is. Today, I'm moving on. I'm looking at Thursday matchups.
Well, because I mean, because then that sort of helps you the next if you're already looking ahead, and then you can think in your head, okay, well, if this scenario happens on the day that then
I like this, right?
The matchup coming into that day, you could say, okay, well, that did happen, and so this now that sort of cements my thought process on why I'm going to take this team the next day or whatever, and so looking ahead to the next day, and then being able to use the results from the day before when you wake up the next morning is definitely
I
a
like
really
that.
handy
Usually
tool.
I'll do a lot at night. I'll do so like today. I'm looking at tomorrow's games, and I'm making little notes like, well, if this game ends up like this, then this way, or if it ends up like that, probably
Yep,
that way.
exactly.
And then
Yep.
tonight, after those games, I'm going through and I'm going, all right, and I'm trying to get the best line I possibly can at the
Like if
earliest
this
possible.
game goes under again, and we have these 2 gas cans going
Mhm.
tomorrow, then I'm for sure taking the over in this game. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
If both teams have been playing a whole bunch of unders, and then you're looking ahead and you see, well, look at these 2 guys, they're terrible. So if this game does go under tonight, for sure, when I wake up tomorrow, gonna jump on that over before that line moves. You know,
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good little fucking tidbit there, folks. I'm telling you that. Put that feather in your cap. Nick, tell us what you got going on over at Picks and Parlays before we bounce on out of here.
well, you guys, NHL on a big, huge 4-0 run, near 70% over the last 3 months. So we'll look to close it out strong tonight. A big play on the total tonight. Go on over to picksandparlays.net. Check out the leaderboards for yourself. That's the Insiders Room at picksandparlays.net.
Absolutely. And don't forget, you're over there looking for the Insiders Room premium plays. Use the promo code MLB. Save you 20% off the entire site. I'm Detroit Lenny, Picks and Parlays. Nick Parsons, the man, the myth, the legend, Insiders Room. We appreciate you stopping by. As always, every Tuesday, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Never miss any of our live content here on the Bet One Repeat Show. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern. I appreciate you stopping by as always, Nick. We'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here, guys. I'm on the Knights. Go Knights. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. Go Knights, though. Good luck unless you guys are against us. Take care.